Hello you beautiful people, this is a video about getting gold gear and farming gold efficiently. This guide is primarily made from my personal experience about the most efficient way to farm gold and gaining gold gear as well. With a little help from RNG and a very efficient plan that requires you to farm a lot. As many of you are aware, gold is one of the most important resources in the game next to oil. With gold comes many opportunities such as limit breaking, gear enhancement, buying from the shops, and many other options as well. The game hands out gold pretty often from dailies, logins, commissions, and passive accumulations from your academy. However, most of your gold is obtained from pure grinding. So this guide is to help you obtain as much gold as possible while still maintaining a decent oil exhaustion rate. Now this guide is aimed towards getting gold gear, and farming gold is just a part of the way of doing this. As many of you are aware, there are a few ways to obtain gold gear, such as boxes, commission rewards, events, and random chances from scenarios. Gold gear, being the highest tier, is the hardest to obtain since the chances are very low, as well as farming each individual piece takes a very long time as well. So my strategy for this is simple. Grind a lot of gold, buy boxes, preferably on sale. Otherwise, you don't have to buy them on sale. You'll probably have a lot of gold by then as well. And of course, the chance of getting a gold gear from this method is very low as well. But you'll be getting plenty of other good gold gear as well along your way of getting the ones that you want. So this opens a more variety of gold gear for you. And doing this, in my personal experience, is much more efficient. And it's definitely worth the trade-off of doing this in the long run compared to just farming gold gear that you want individually. For most new players, they lack gold gear in general, so buying boxes is a better option for them than just simply grinding for gold gear in general. Gold gear starts at chapter 5, so at that point, you must undergo 4 fights before the boss spawns, and if you do 6-4, you have to do 5 fights before the boss spawns, which can be exhausting to your fleet as well as your oil. By farming gold in simpler stages and buying boxes, you're exposed to more types of weapons, so you're not fixated on grinding for one individual gold gear. Not to mention some gold gear cannot be obtained through farming certain stages. On average, it took me a full day of 4,000 oil to get about 3 out of 15 on a gold gear, which is average apparently according to my guildmates. And yes, you are farming gold as well, but it's not as efficient as compared to oil efficient farming fleets. On average, it takes about 100 oil for a chapter 5 plus map clear. With that 100 oil, I can farm any of the upcoming maps twice and make twice as much gold and gain as much EXP on specific ships while leveling. By the time I finish 1 gold gear, I would have had enough gold to buy 2 packs of 5 gold boxes, and that is surely enough to give me at least 1 gold gear, if not more. So my loadout for this is quite simple. 1 Fletcher fleet minimum, which costs about 8 oil per fight from my personal experience. And then the second fleet, aka the boss fleet, can be whatever you need. You can also do another Fletcher fleet with this. That's one option. With a carry backline if you want a lot of EXP, as well as spending as little oil as possible. The issue with this is you won't be gaining much EXP of any of your ships aside from the ones you're leveling in the backline. So Hood, for example, for me, I'm going to use Hood, and I'm going to get EXP for Hood, but every other member on the Vanguard Fletcher fleet will not be getting EXP from this because they're already max level. It's just going to be Hood getting it. And from my personal experience, this is the best for 3-4, 4-1, 4-2, and 4-3. As the map is quite simple, you gain a lot of EXP from doing this for the boss fight. And the other option is having the boss fleet be composed of numerous higher rarity ships, such as for me in this example as well, I'm doing Phoenix, Belfast, and Helena with a carry backline in the back. This method spends a little bit more oil for a boss fleet, and you'll be getting more EXP distributed across your boss fleet, which I think in the long run is more efficient if you want EXP. Spend a little bit more oil, but you'll get a lot more EXP distributed. And the last option is to have just one Fletcher fleet clear the entire map. This is the best oil efficiency way to farm gold for the low oil it uses. However, no EXP is gained, and this format is best used in map 2-1. You can go as far as making the fleet 1-1 if you want, just to push maybe 4 or 5 costs for your fleets, and that can be, you'll probably be grinding for a very, very long time, because that's never going to exhaust your oil at all. The reason is because this fleet will be the one that is fighting for at least 75% of the time during clear, since it takes these maps, aside from 2-1, 3 add-ons clears before the boss spawns. You're undergoing a lot of fighting, especially if you are spam farming for gold, which means affinity will decrease eventually unless you want to take a break. Me personally, I work my Fletcher fleets to death, so it doesn't matter to me. If the boss fleet only fights the boss, then they can go a very long time without ever turning green face. Personally, I've never seen my boss fleet ever go green face, and only my Fletcher fleet actually takes a beating for the affinities. There are guides online that shows you how to make Fletcher fleets, but for most of it is quite simple. Grab a Fletcher, grab 2 for sisters, and a Shosho, probably butchered that name, backline, and you're done. Get them to decent level with some decent gear, do not limit break them, and they are ready. (2-1) for pure gold, no EXP. 3-4 for gold and fox sisters. If you stay beyond that, then sisters become 10 medals, which is also very good as well. And 4-1, 4-2, 4-3 is for better EXP. Purple tier box drops, purple ships, purple gear prints, and RNG nodes that can potentially be gold or radar scans for gold enemies as well. For me personally, I found 4-2 and 4-3 to be the best. I do not like the other maps because they do not give enough EXP. The boss spawn nodes are very, very bad and potentially could be blocked off by add-ons and waste more oil, or requires me to do more than 3 add-on fights, aka chapter 5s and plus. It depends on what you want. For me, I like buying gold royal and gold eagle boxes because those are the ones that gives the best gear for my current strong ships. Sakura is okay, but I wouldn't buy it because there's only 3 pieces I want from there. As for Iron Blood, well, aside from the 2 guns, there's nothing spectacular in there. Again, this guide is made for farming purposes and getting gold gear for unlucky players out there. I've done a lot of trial and error testing with these maps, and I have been on the lower end of the RNG bottle for gold gear. On average, I farm 4,000 oil a day, which is about 80 clears, give or take, and that is easily 16k gold a day or so from me. You get a lot of fodder ships as well that you can sell or use enhancing depending on what you need, so you can potentially get more gold off that as well. I'm sure there are a lot of other information I'm missing in this guide, so feel free to ask any questions in the comments and I'll happily answer them. Good luck, commanders, and good luck on your RNG.